we are going to look at how to sort and filter our data. We will also look at how to convert our data into a nice looking table. Let's get started. So I have my data here. When we talk about sorting, this is when you rearrange the data alphabetically. You can arrange it in ascending order or you can arrange it in descending order. If you want to arrange it in ascending order, it starts with A to Z, and if you want to arrange it in descending order, it starts from Z to A. So let's sort this data. So as you can see here, we have apple here, the next one is banana, orange, apple, and then banana. So let's sort them and then rearrange them in alphabetical order. So we are going to arrange them from A to Z. So let me click on apple here. That's the first item. So I'll right click. After right clicking, in the options we have here, go to sort and then select sort A to Z. So when you do that, see what we have here. It has rearranged our items or our fruits in alphabetical order. So we can also rearrange these items we have here in descending order. That is, it will rearrange them from Z to A. So let's try it. So I'll right click again. In the pop-up menu here, I will navigate to sort, and then this time around I will choose sort Z to A. So look at that. Now it is rearranging it from, it is now rearranging it in descending order. So see that the apple is now at the bottom. Apart from text, we can also rearrange or sort our numbers. If you look at the quantity we have here, we can rearrange them from smallest to largest and then largest to smallest. So the first number we have here is 8. See, we have 15, 20, 10, and then 12. Now let's rearrange this from smallest to largest. So I'm going to right click again. After right clicking, I will go to sort. This time around it says sort from smallest to largest, so I'll click on it. So when I click on it, look at the numbers. They have been rearranged from the smallest to the largest. And we can also rearrange them in descending order, that is from largest to smallest. So let's do that. So I'll right click again. I'll go to sort, and then this time around I'll select sort largest to smallest. So when I do that, see what we have here. The 20 is now on top, so it is rearranging it from largest to smallest. So this is how we sort our data. Alternatively, you can sort your data by using the ribbon. So before we do that, let's select all the data we have here. So now we are going to the ribbon, and then we'll select the data tab. So when I click on the data tab, here we have the sort and filter group. So as you can see here we have sort from A to Z. It is here. So when I click on it, look at that. It has sorted my data for me from A to Z. Now let's go back again. This time around, let's click on sort Z to A. So when I click on it, see what we have. It has rearranged it from Z to A, that is in descending order. So this is how we sort our data, whether it is text or number. So now let's move ahead and look at how to filter our data. So when we talk about filtering, when we filter the data, we will assign certain criteria to our data. So it will only display the data that meets that particular criteria. So let's try it. I'm going to select my entire data. After that, I will navigate to the ribbon and click on the data tab. So I'll go to the sort and filter group and then click on filter. So when I click on filter, notice that here we have some drop down list here attached to every column heading. So now we are going to filter this data. So let's come here and click on this drop down. So when I click on this drop down, now let's go to number filter. When we click on number filter, these are some of the criteria we can click on. So let me click on the first one. So now we are going to set the criteria to our data. So I'm going to type 1.70 and then click OK. So when I click OK, see what we have here. So this is the data that meets the criteria. So let's go back to the sort and filter group and then clear the filtering. So I'll clear it. Now let's click on the drop down again. Let's go back to number filters. This time around, let's select greater than. So when we select greater than, let me type 1.70 and then I'll click on OK. So it is displaying the row that meets the criteria we just set. So this is how the filtering works. So let's go to the sort and filter and then clear our filtering. So now let's look at how we can convert our data into a nice looking table. So I'm going to select the entire data I have here. I will navigate to the insert tab on the ribbon. So after clicking on the insert tab, I will go to the tables group and then click on table. So when I click on table, this dialog box here will appear. Always make sure that my table has headers is checked. So after that, you click on OK. So when you click on OK, look at the table we have, a very nice formatted table. So this is how you convert your data into a nice looking table. So let's look at how we can change the style of this table. So I'll click inside the table. After clicking inside the table, a tab will be created on top here named table design. So I'll click on it. When I click on it, I will navigate to the table styles group, which is here, so that we can select a new style for our table. So I'm hovering my mouse pointer around. As you can see, my table style is changing. So let me click on this small arrow here so that we can have a lot of options. So we have a lot of options here. Let me choose this one. So I've just changed the style of my table. So you see how nice and well formatted the table looks. So let's look at how we can add a new row to this table. If you want to add a new row to this table, just start typing your data and then it will auto format it for you. So let's try it. So I'm going to type tangerine yellow 12 and then 1.00. So look at that. I just inserted a new row, and then after typing the data inside the table, the row has been auto formatted by Excel. So this is how you enter a new row in your newly created table. Now let's total our data. So let's go back to the table design tab and then come here and select total row. So when we select total row, see what we have here. It is totaling the price for me. So in this lesson, we've looked at how to sort and filter our data, and we've also looked at how to create a nice looking formatted table. Thanks for watching.